Good evening, Hoquenna fans across the Empire and around the land. Durko shoots, he scores! Saved by Bagheera Lion. The crowns are your Poltava Cup champions. Ladies and gentlemen, and all Hoquenna fans across New Sarovia, welcome to the Lion's Den! Tonight, in beautiful Sarholm, under the bright lights and roaring energy of the Robert Lyon Center, two teams will take to the ice in a battle for glory and honor. Let's go! Just like our kings before them, coming from North Sarovia are your PREUZE Lions! Please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Solgaros terrirno pornos, discomariros divene ioner pro, pecuare via mar pasosomos, oh mar proteges, eso te rocho así, ciude di paiso sabra le seposo, dismera feor merro de los comarir, disfiso lega por fami fornit, amfantio, amfanti, delai bene, i toterri rossi ruberdis perros, cidiri protegirse i torozene, i brandir di sabre la tara de sterra, questo disma sompro marredo unir, roser legera e mir, i disma sompro marredo unir, roser legera e mir.
Welcome to the Robert Lyon Center. I am your host, Clement Verlaine, and today we are watching a game that, for all intents and purposes, is going to be a nail-biter. The two worst teams in the league, the PREUZE Lions and the CUIVE CRUSADERS, here at the Robert Lyon Center. The Lions lead the game, or lead the league in points, by 1. achieving an overtime loss against the Virgos Vortex in shootout. The game begins. Save by Katrina as it goes out of the CUIVE zone and into the Lion zone. On the ice, number 14, Atlos. Battling at the blue, sent it towards the red, sent right back in. Big save by Kriba, battling bottom corner. Trying to get it out, top. Kept in by Mateos, brought out once again. Now right in front of Katrina. Shot by Yamos is deflected by Revos and sent towards the CUIVE blue. Now towards the red. Sent in right in front of the zone. Shot and save by Yosef and score! Revos Atlas. That has to help the CUIVE morale. Loss after loss after loss after loss. And once again, just like the previous game, they are beginning with a lead. Swords in. Draw at the center ice. Won by CUIVE. Revos brings it back to Katrina. Gets it out. Sent back. CUIVE top corner. Kriba sends it towards the blue. Yamos tries to keep it in. No success. Brought down. Revos brings it across the red. Kept out by Yamos right in front. Off the post by Yamos. Revos sends it. Blocked. Trying to get it out into the zone to Katrina. Save. Sends it across the red. Back to the Lions blue. Mateos dumps it in. Atlos stops him. Right in front, big save by Yosef. Kriba sends it towards the red, blocked and sent back into the zone. Now towards the red again. Kriba sends it down. Yamos all alone, shot and score! Number 4, Yamos Atlas. And the game is tied. What a quick-paced game today. 6 minutes, 22 seconds left in the first half. 2 shots for CUIVE, 4 for PREUZE, and the game is tied 1-1. Swords in at center. Won by CUIVE. Brought towards the red. Revos dumps it towards the blue. Stopped by Atlos twice. Kriba gets it past Revos. Up and towards Revos again. Blocked and sent back into the CUIVE zone. Right in front and sent out into neutral ice. Revos brings it right in front. Stopped by Atlos. Off the post of the PREUZE net. Shot saved by Kriba. Helen, new addition to the CUIVE roster after a trade, is playing beautifully tonight with great skill on the defense. Dumped in by Helene. Sent out of the corner and into neutral ice by the Lions. At the red, Yamos bails the opportunity to get it. Sent south by Mateos. Dumped in bottom corner. Right in front of the net, and a huge save by Katrina gets it out and across the blue, at least briefly. Sent back in by Yamos. Top CUIVE corner. Revos battling for possession. Sends it towards the blue. Not out. Finally brought out by Helene. Towards Mateos. Mateos dumps it towards the red. Now at the CUIVE blue. Now the red again. And now at the Lions blue. Top Lions corner. Saved by Yosef. Now right in front of Cat's zone. They're trying to take a shot. Blocked by Revos. And gotten out of the zone by Helene. Sent up the red. Trying to get it out at the blue. Dumped in. Now towards the CUIVE zone. Yamos takes it. Trying to get it right in front towards Kriba. In neutral ice now. Trying to get it out. Now on the CUIVE blue. Kriba right in front and shoots. Score! Kriba. puts it right past Katrina with a beautiful play off the boards, right in front. And PREUZE takes the lead, 2-1. Just under 4.5 minutes in the first half. 5 shots on goal, 2-2. Swords in at center, won by CUIVE again, which has an excellent face-off win percentage. At the red, sent towards the blue, stopped by Atlos. Gotten into the blue line, sent back in. Mateos battling for possession. Behind the net, top Lions corner, sent towards the blue, kept in by Mateos and Helene. Trying to get it out again, succeeds. Across the red, now in the CUIVE zone. Right in front, and huge save by Katrina as it hits the post. She tries to get it out again. Behind the CUIVE net, Revos battling Yamos there. Right in front, and Mateos gets it out briefly, but sent back in by Kriba. Kriba shoots and off the post, battling against them right in the bottom of the corner, and a huge save by Katrina once again as the ball has finally gotten across the blue and the red. Excellent plays there. Revos brings it towards the blue. Sent back in, top PREUZE corner. Behind the net. Brought down. Got out, kept in. Helene shoots and off the post. Battling still. Shot again, save. A rebound save by Mateos. Behind the net, top corner. Trying to get it in front of the net. Battling briefly out. At the blue, sent down, and sent out of the zone. Revos brings it towards the blue. Right in front, shoots, scores! Revos, his second of the night, sneaks it past top shelf Yosef. Revos has been playing an amazing game tonight, though his defense is lacking. Nonetheless, when you're the only person who's put points on the board for your team, maybe it's time for somebody else to step up. A trade, Helene for Railson. Swords in at center. Won by CUIVE, sent towards the blue, but stopped by PREUZE, dumped in. Right in front, huge save by Katrina, no goal called. The game continues. Sent towards the red. Snuck past Revos. Shot again. Shot again, and a huge save once again by Katrina. Battling, and a huge shot goes just wide. I can't believe what I'm seeing. PREUZE is keeping up the pressure. CUIVE is completely just being taken aback. They are responding to things as they happen. They are not causing things to occur. Gotten out by Railson. Sent by again by Atlos. Revos fails to keep it out. Battling top CUIVE corner. Right in front, huge save by Katrina and kept in by Yamos. Railson finally tries to get it out. No success. Kriba keeps it in. Revos officially gets it across the blue, but brought back in. Mateos dumps it out and across the red. Brought back in by Yamos. They cannot get it across the red line. Revos keeps it out of the blue, and a big save by Cat as it gets right past him. Now Mateos has an opportunity to dump it in, but fails. At least gets it across the red just briefly. Sent back to regroup for PREUZE. Mateos dumps into the PREUZE zone, and Yosef gets it out. Sent back to the CUIVE blue. Railson and Revos trying to get it out. Sent back to the blue. Kriba shoots, score! Kriba, second of the night. What a fantastic, remarkable play there. That's exactly what PREUZE has to keep doing. And once again, PREUZE takes the lead, 3-2. Those who are more interested in statistics will notice, with just over 1 minute left in the first half, the shots on goal are very, very close to being tied. 8 for CUIVE, 9 for PREUZE. This indicates a very good offensive balance between both teams. They both are able to get it in and put it on net. Draw is taken at center ice. Won by CUIVE. PREUZE sends it up. CRUSADERS gets it across the red towards the blue and dumped into the CUIVE bottom corner. Now behind the CUIVE net. Briefly, right in front, CRUSADERS has a great opportunity, robbed by Helene, who has now substituted again for Railson. Sent towards the CUIVE blue. Got up. CRUSADERS tries to get it in, no success. Brought across the red by Revos. Helene tries to get it across once again. No dice. Brings it towards, stopped by Atlos. Brought back to the CUIVE blue. Revos tries to get it past, stopped by CRUSADERS. Yamos dumps it. Saved by Katrina. Shot goes behind the net. Revos chases it there. CRUSADERS shoots wide and hits the post. Battling for possession. Gets it across the blue. Into neutral ice. Helene almost gets it into the PREUZE zone. 10 seconds left in the first half. Battling behind the PREUZE net. Bottom PREUZE corner. Tries to get it out of the blue. Kept in by Helene. And that is the first half. I will see you all in the second half.
They came at us like savages. There was nothing we could do. They torched Edwardville, and then the monasteries along the coast. Before we knew it, the foundation of civilization, Sarovian civilization, was turned to ash. We fought back and secured this island. Our island, for ourselves. We made it home. We made it ours. But you never came looking for us. The people you'll find here, they are not the people you sent out to this wretched rock. This land is just as foreign to you now as it was decades ago. It hasn't gotten any easier to survive. And we have questions.
The Sarovian is to believe that one's body belongs to something much older, much bigger, and much more beautiful than themselves. The Sarovian people are stuff of legends, and they will be legends again. The flag will never fall.
Hey there, tragic one, I saw your ghost in Kensington. The sly sentry of the alleyway, a wounded soldier from the bad old days. And it took me somewhere I haven't been for years and years. Old appetites like souvenirs. I turned around, you disappeared into a street steeped in silence of the sweet peace and quiet. The lights never go down. Thousand shooting stars in Chinatown, reflected in your eyes, electric blue. The kiss lingers like a deja vu, but all the is it funny how you seem just like a rumor now? A conversation that I overheard, the frail echo of a foreign word. And is it funny or sad? Sometimes we just walk away. No bittersweet remembrance day. Why do you think that we do that? Or to defeat peace and quiet by the tree. Peace and quiet. If you don't know why this dies, I say never, say never. If you don't know why this dies, who's who changed the weather? Oh, this time we'll get it right. Yeah, this time we'll get it right.
Welcome to the second half. The score is 3-2 for PREUZE. 8 shots on goal for CUIVE and 10 for PREUZE. There is, of course, 8 minutes left in the second half. On the ice for CUIVE, we have Helene, Mateos at center, and Rebos. And, of course, the amazing and wonderful Katrina Lyon between the pipes. For PREUZE, number 14, Atlos, who has been a very good defensive player today. You have Yamos, Atlas, and of course, Kriba. Swords in at center. No one wants to make the first move. Won by PREUZE. PREUZE kicks it to the bottom. Sent across the blue. Kriba gets it across and sent beyond the red. Kriba right in front and a big save by Katrina. There was going to be no goal on that call. Another big save by Kat. Set down and regrouping across the red. Dumps down in the PREUZE zone, bottom corner. Right in front, Revos tries to knock it in, send to the bottom, and out into neutral ice. Revos tries to get it past, but blocked by Atlos again. Battling hot PREUZE corner right in front. Revos being a pain in the backside of CUIVE. Shot by Yamos and a big save by Katrina on the rebound by Kriba. Sends it into the neutral ice. Revos sends it towards the PREUZE blue. Shot! Score! Mateos! Tane knocks it right past Josip Braganza, and the game is tied again. 3-3. What a fantastic response there by CUIVE. They rallied in the locker room. They put their priorities on paper, and they're coming out just over a minute in the second half and are playing nice and hard. Kriba wins the face-off with a genius play brought towards the blue and now towards the PREUZE zone, and CUIVE is playing very aggressive today, battling on the red line. Atlos gets it, and a big stop by Katrina, who manages to just stop Kriba on the breakaway there. CUIVE trying to get it out. Revos towards the blue. Shot back in by Kriba and saved by Cat. Slave again by Yamos on the rebound. Battling all in neutral ice. This game has been a great demonstration of the trap, where the game, or the purposes of the game, is to keep it in the neutral zone and not let it get to your zone even in the first place. Both teams are employing this. Battling top PREUZE corner. Trying to get it out. Big save by Yosef against the post. Shot by the key players, did not get it in. Trying to get it out of the zone. And it is going to be an accidental goal there for CUIVE. PREUZE scores their own goal against themselves. And this will be a 1-goal lead for the CUIVE Crusaders. 5 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the second half. Both the PREUZE Lions and the CUIVE Crusaders have not won a game this season. Can this change? Kriba, genius play again, tries to get it out of the blue, dumps it into the top CUIVE corner. Battling against Revos. Revos, big hit. Yamos tries to keep it in, no success. Brought back to the PREUZE blue, and now in the PREUZE corner. Yosef trying to get it out. Success by Atlos on the red. Kriba gets it towards the blue, stopped by Revos. Passes by anyways. Right in front, and Katrina gets it out. Atlos dumps it back in, and a big save by Cat. One element that needs to be talked about as the game continues. You have to make sure your team does not all chase the same puck. If you get stuck on each other, you are going to cause yourself a penalty if you go out of your boots to stop it. And you're giving the opposing team a great chance to beat you to the ball and get it into your zone. Another instance that all good players should be aware of is look at what's happening in the zone right now. CUIVE and PREUZE battling for possession in their zone. But number 14, Atlos, is staying on their own blue, basically making it a 3v2 against PREUZE when they are behind and they need to tie the game up to bring it to overtime or 2 to win it. This type of strategy might be rectified if they had a coach who could bring this up and prevent this from happening again. CUIVE behind their net. Helene gets it out across the blue. Stopped by Kriba, who beautiful play to keep the puck back in. And the ball is out of play. Knocked into the CUIVE bench. The draw will be taken in a defensive zone, top CUIVE corner. 11 shots for CUIVE, 17 for PREUZE. PREUZE is picking up steam even though they are behind by 1 goal. Brought out by CUIVE, brought back in, and Katrina makes a big save and diverts it into the corner. Bottom CUIVE corner. Battling Revos and Yamos for possession of the puck. Helene gets it out. Dumped back in by Kriba. And sent out and across the blue and the red by Mateos. Now in the PREUZE corner. On the blue, Mateos brings it into neutral ice. Revo stops it going any further. Sent into the PREUZE zone again. Top corner, Mateos has possession. Battling against 2 PREUZE players. Big hit by Kriba knocks him down. Still in the PREUZE corner, now behind the net and towards blue. Kept in by Revos, but knocked out again. Remaining in the neutral ice, Helene has an opportunity, but does not get it past. Now CUIVE top corner. Shot and saved by Katrina, and scores! Kriba! A hat-trick night. Sneaks it past on... They didn't even see it coming. And the game is tied 4-4. Beautiful play by PREUZE there. And you know what we always say, as long as you can get the ball on the net, it's bound to go in eventually. And there's going to be a timeout for CUIVE. They're going to rethink their strategy here. We are back after the timeout. Swords in at center. 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the second half. 11 shots for CUIVE, 18 for PREUZE. PREUZE wins the face-off. Battle at neutral. Mateos brings it across. Saved by Josef. Top PREUZE corner. Revos goes to retrieve it. Trying to bring it out. Stopped by Kriba. Kriba has possession. Gets it across the blue. Revos fails to stop him. Mateos trying to get it out of their zone now. Right next to the goal. Kriba fails to get it towards the blue, right in front of the net, and Mateos gets it across the red. And across the blue, kept back into neutral ice by Kriba. Kriba dumps it. Shot by Llamos, goes wide across the net. Revos gets it across the red line and into the zone. Saved by Josef, and Mateos fails to get the rebound. All alone, Llamos takes a shot and saved by Katrina. Gets it across the red. Mateos fails to get a breakaway and to put it on the PREUZE net. Revos dumps it towards the blue. Kept out by Atlos. And there's going to be a penalty called here on number 99, Helene, for using food. Unauthorized equipment. The first penalty of the game. At a crucial time. 1 minute and 29 seconds in the second half. And 2 minutes for Helene. PREUZE can win it all here. They just have to want it more than CUIVE. Swords in. Top CUIVE corner. Revos has possession. Trying to get it across the blue. Right in front of the net and got out by Katrina. At least out of her way. Bottom CUIVE corner. At the blue line, Revos dumps it across the red. Mateos and him send it back into their zone. Shot by Llamos is deflected by Revos. Battling in the corner right next to the goal. And gets it across the blue. Right in front, a huge save by Katrina on a misfire. Revos trying to get it out. Stopped by Kriba. Behind the net. Sent up. Kriba's there waiting. Big hit by Revos. Behind the net again. Sending, and there's going to be a huge hit. Brought back in. And battling at the bottom corner. At the red. Mateos towards the blue. There's going to be some complaints that there was a map used, but a map is not an item that affects play. Right across, and a big miss by Kriba, who could have ended the game then and there by the pass by Llamos. He will regret that. Mateos trying to get a Kriba all alone. Big save by Katrina and by Revos, who deflects the shot. And the second half is over in 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are going to overtime. But I will join you in sudden death.
Flamingos in the pool, I smell like a minibar. DJ's passed out in the yard, Bobby's on
Welcome to overtime. 5 minutes on the clock. 14 shots for CUIVE and 19 for PREUZE. Still, 26 seconds on the PREUZE power play. There's going to be a face-off at center ice. The score is 4-4 and it is anyone's game. CUIVE is battling for their first win this season. PREUZE battling for their pride. Swords in. Drop. Won by PREUZE, sent towards the CUIVE blue line. Saved by the CUIVE defenders against Kriba. Sent back in, top corner. Kriba shot, blocked by Revos. Revos launched the big hit there. Trying to get it out of front, sent to Yamos. Yamos brings it back in, briefly offside, but back to normal. Top CUIVE corner. The PREUZE power play is over. But Helena is not getting in. Sent towards the blue. She's entered. And now it is 3-on-3 again. And the ball is out of play. Draw on the top CUIVE corner. Four minutes and 19 seconds. Swords in. Won by CUIVE. Sent to the bottom CUIVE corner. Revos tries to block a shot, but it goes wide. Now top CUIVE corner after going behind the net. Trying to get it out. Brought successfully into neutral ice. Can't get it back in. Sent in, and a huge save by Cat. Battling all across the blue and in neutral now. PREUZE regroups, sends it past the defenders. Shot goes wide, bottom CUIVE corner. Revos and Yamos battling. Big hits by both. Behind the net, Helene takes it and tries to send it out. Blocked by Mateos. Kriba goes for it behind the net. Revos has possession. Gets it across the blue. Sent across the red and now briefly into the PREUZE zone. Bottom PREUZE corner. Anyone's game. Big save by Josip Braganza, number 1 for the PREUZE Lions. Sent out. Mateos dumps it back in. Battling him against Atlos. Briefly out of play, brought back in. Yamos all alone on the breakaway is stopped by Revos, who sweeps in and launches a big check. Kriba takes a shot, blocked by Mateos. As back against the red. Right in front. Oh my god, almost a goal for CUIVE. PREUZE almost dumps it in, and Yosef gets a great save against his own teammate. Shot goes wide, off the post, and now top PREUZE corner. Yamos has possession. Tries to get it across the blue. Succeeds. Kriba dumps it across the neutral ice. Kriba tries to take a shot. Big save by Katrina. Dumps across neutral. Right in front, Yosef has possession. Passes to Yamos. Yamos trying to get it across. Succeeds to Revos. Revos battling at the red. Atlos trying to keep it out. Brought back into the PREUZE zone. Bottom PREUZE corner. Elaine and Yamos battling. Big hit by Yamos. Revos holding an anchor there. Not letting it get out. Helene has possession. Revos trying to take a shot. Goes wide. Hits the side of the net. Under 2 minutes to go. Kept in by Revos, but finally dumped out. Now in the CUIVE zone. Sent up to Helene. Helene to Mateos. Mateos chased by Kriba. Kriba knocks it out by accident. Brought back to the PREUZE zone. CUIVE has regained their footing. Kept in, knocked out by Atlos, who is a great defender, probably one of the league's best. Trying to make sure it doesn't enter the CUIVE zone. A big block by Helene, and then Revos in succession. Dumped in anyways. Just over a minute left to go in overtime. This might go to the second AHI shutout. Rados brings it in, and a big save by Josef, and it's going to be a penalty called with 1 minute left of overtime. A hit by Helene against Josef Braganza. 2 minutes for goaltender interference. The draw will be taken. Bottom CUIVE corner. This is the moment PREUZE has been waiting for. They can end it all and collect their first win in the second season. Won by PREUZE, sent across the net. Kriba shot, saved by Katrina as it brought into neutral ice to regroup. Yamos to Kriba. Kriba does not get a chance to shoot. Mateos gets it across the blue and across the red to Kriba. And now in the PREUZE zone. Very aggressive playing for a team that has one-man disadvantage. 30 seconds to go, or less than 30 now. We are at 25. If CUIVE can hold on for just 20 more seconds, we are going to a shootout and the penalty negates itself. Brought out by Mateos. Mateos tries to get it across the red, no success. Brought back in by PREUZE. Top CUIVE corner, shot by Kriba, misses and hits the net. Behind the net, stopped by Helene. Shot, blocked by his own teammate, and we are going to a shootout. Overtime is over. Sudden death is a lot more difficult now. PREUZE wins the draw, and they will take the first shot. Atlos goes first, number 14. He takes it. Takes a shot and save by Katrina. How the shootout works is for the first three, whoever team has the most goals will win the shootout. If no team scores, it becomes sudden death. If one team scores, and a big save by Josef there. If one team scores in their pairing, back and forth, PREUZE, CUIVE, etc., the other team must immediately score, or if they haven't in their pairing, they lose. So this might become a lot more difficult as it relies on individual skill. Mateos has the shootout. Brings it across the blue, and a big save by Josef as he gets it across. The PREUZE goaltender has a very distinct shootout style here. He runs up to the blue and knocks it out before they have a chance, because the CUIVE team is sending it towards the blue cautiously, when they should be running up to it at the exact same time and getting it past him. Nonetheless, shootout has failed again. Railson now. He brings it cautiously, and Josef easily bats it away. No goal. There seems to be some confusion as to who will be shooting next. It should be Atlos. Takes it in. Shot and saves by Katrina, knocks it and deflects off the post. This is anyone's game. CUIVE looking for their first win. PREUZE looking to reclaim lost glory of yesteryear. Josef Braganza notices that there is no swords used in shootouts. It's unfair for the player who cannot hit the goaltender as per the rules, and the goaltender equals the playing field by not being able to use their sword. Brought in by Helene and knocked away by Josef. Up next, brings it across the blue, and a big save by Katrina, who gets it out and towards the bottom. Revos takes possession, brings it south. Shot and a big save by Josef, who did not go out of his crease that time. Very, very interesting. Kriba now takes it across the blue and shot and a big save. Both Katrina and Josef are playing on their heads tonight. Some of the greatest goaltending we've ever seen. Mateos has possession, brings it across the blue and stopped by Braganza. Up next, Atlos, number 14. Takes it from the red to the blue and stopped by Lyon. Railston has his opportunity to win the game for his team. Sends it towards the blue. Shot and misses the puck. Stopped by Braganza. This is going to be a long shootout, folks. Yamos, number 4, takes his chance. Across the blue and stopped by Katrina. Now Helene, number 99. Sends it across the blue, shot and blocked by Braganza. Kriba, across the blue, goes wide and off of Lyon's glove. At center, Revos. Mr. Blonde takes it south. Shot and off the post by Josef and no goal. Atlos now. Aiming for glory and honor. Brings it across the blue and a big sliding stop by Lyon, who has really racked up her play. Mateos brings it across, but sends it just completely the wrong direction, and not even a shot on goal, really. Yamos at center. Takes it across the blue and stops, and he would have got the goal, but it hit the post and did not hit the red. He could have won the game for his team, but no dice. Railson brings it across, an easy stop by Braganza. Kriba at center. Takes a running start. Across the blue and knocked away easily by Lyon. Number 99 takes the blue and gets ready to play. Takes possession across the blue and an easy swat away by Braganza. Atlos now. Across the blue and a big stop by Lyon. Revos. This is the longest shootout in AHI history. Knocks it south. Takes a shot and a big hit off the mask of Braganza. Yamos now. Unofficial team captain. Can he win it? Easy stop by Katrina. Mateos, number 9, on the red. Brings it past the blue, shoots, scores! Mateos, number 9, scores! And CUIVE wins the game! Happy days are back again! The sun is shining, the curse is broken, and CUIVE wins their first game this season. Oh my God.